Hey BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I thought I would do my Friday Reads video a little bit differently this week. There's a kitty in here. Want to say hi? Oh, say hi. Hi BookTube. Mwah. This is Blue, if you haven't met Blue before. He doesn't appear in very many videos, sadly. We'll get some more Blue footage this week. But anyway, so I thought I would make my Friday Reads video a little bit more like a vlog. It snowed earlier today. It's actually been snowing all weekend. We're gonna get more snow this week, so I can't say that I'm terribly happy about that. But anyway, so I will show you some snow footage that I took earlier today. But I just thought I'd kind of start off this first clip with what am I reading this week? Because in addition to Dombey and Son by Charles Dickens, which I'm reading for March of the Mammoths, I started 2 more books. Now, just to update you on Dombey and Son, some of you asked about the tabs. So the tabs on the side are always things that I think are really important or beautifully written, or maybe it's something I want to talk to my buddy reader Joe Smith about, those kinds of things. And then on the top, I have sticky notes for where I should be at the end of every week this month, as well as when is my next check-in, like what when I get done with a certain chapter. Like I have a sticky note for when I need to check in with Jo and tell her what I think of the last 5 chapters. And then I also have these other sticky notes you see back here, like those are like where I ideally want to be at the end of every week, in order to actually finish a mammoth by the end of March. I do like to finish them in March, but because I am reading so many other things this year, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So it's not a big deal not to finish it in March, but I would like to, and I'm enjoying it so much. Like it's really, I'm really surprised. I don't know. I mean, obviously I have a lot left to read, but yeah, it's fantastic. So the other 2 books I started this weekend, I started Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott O'Dell, which won the Newbery. I've had this book a very, very long time. I think we must have got it at a used bookstore for 99 cents. Island of the Blue Dolphins is about a 12-year-old girl, at least she's 12 at the beginning of the book, and the people of the island that she lives on have to leave. I don't want to spoil anything, but for some reason she feels, and it's a good reason, she feels compelled to go back. So she goes back to the island, and eventually she is the only person on the island. And so it's almost a little bit like if you've ever watched that TV show Alone. If we did that with a 12-year-old. So anyway, it hasn't, my memory of it has been a little bit different than the actual book, which is why I wanted to reread it. It's reading really, really fast, so I feel like I should be able to finish this week, no problem. But anyway, so I'm enjoying reading it, but again, it's probably, I also have somebody who wants it, so I'm happy I'll be able to send it on to somebody else who will enjoy it afterwards. And then the 3rd book that I have just barely touched on is An Act of Villainy by Ashley Weaver. I'm reading this for March Mystery Madness, and I decided since it was a library book that I should probably read it first and try to get it back to the library. I do have it checked out for the whole month, but yeah, nonetheless. So this is, like I said, the 5th book in the Amory Ames series. And Ashley Weaver has just found this really great formula of a husband and wife set that, you know, just for whatever reason, always seem to find themselves, you know, on the edge of a mystery. There is just this great chemistry between Amory and Milo, and I absolutely love it. So that's what makes these books so much fun. But anyway, booktube, okay, I've talked quite a bit, so I'm going to show you the snow that we got earlier some of the snow that we got earlier today, or some snow falling, and then yeah, hopefully I'll find some other things to shoot this week. Doing a vlog was partially inspired by a vlog that Aaron Facer made recently, which I'll try to remember to link down to below. It was part 1 of his reading the Odyssey, and oh wow, he did such a great job. There's a beautiful road at the beginning of the video. We get to see his pets, which is always fun, and yeah, and there's actually like a trip that he takes, and he filmed part of the return journey through just some beautiful places in England. Trying to get more of the snowfall, that's all. So this may look really familiar, but it's actually Tuesday and it's still a bit like living in a snow globe. But yeah, it's just accumulating. And we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, not much fun at the moment. Hey BookTube, it is Wednesday and it is so cold. And it has just been kind of a crappy day from almost beginning to end. Wednesday in our household is typically movie night. Now, I don't watch all the movies, but Jason has a film club with fantastic people from all over the world. And so tonight we're watching The Mitchells versus the Machines, which is one of the films that's nominated for Best Animated Film this year at the Oscars. So anyway, but I thought before I go upstairs, watch a movie, watch an animated movie, drink something warm because I'm so cold from being outside. There's like snow on my jeans. And, anyway, okay, so obviously the Mammoth we're still just plugging away at. I'm not exactly sure how many pages I read today, but definitely I'm keeping pace. Mammoths are just the kind of books that can get out of hand really easily, and so I just want to keep steady on. And I mean, I think I've had one day so far that I read only 6 pages in this, but I have other days where I've read, you know, almost twice as much as I needed to read in this. So, and it's still, I mean, I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. And yeah, so, anyway, Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. I finished this last night, Tuesday night, and I have to say it was a slightly strange reading experience. There were times where the main character, I was really moved by some things that happened to her. But overall, I'm ready to let go of this and this story. One thing that I had no idea. So this book was first published in 1960. Definitely fitting the prompt of a book that's older than I am. And also an orphan, is the protagonist in this book. Her name is Karana. But Scott Odell was born in 1898. And I'm pretty sure. Anyway, in his acknowledgments, he thanks Maud and Delos Lovelace, which I'm pretty sure is Maud Hart Lovelace, who wrote the Betsy Tacy books. And so I just thought that was really cool, like just a weird kind of like book connection. I wonder, I might have to do some digging around to see if he, talked to Maud about like, is this how a young girl would behave? Is this how, what a young girl would feel? Like, I'm not sure exactly, how Maud and her husband may have helped Scott Odell write this Newbery Award winning book, but yeah, it was just a real surprise at the end to see their names mentioned in the author's note. So anyway, I have now officially read a middle grade book in March, and I'm gonna hold off before picking up my next middle grade book. I think I'm gonna start something for the Irish readathon this week. But the other thing I've been reading is An Act of Villainy by Ashley Weaver, and I am about halfway through this book. This is kind of what I've been reading like right before I go to sleep, because for the most part it's it's not challenging the way Dickens is challenging. So anyway, as expected, I am enjoying the sharp dialogue and wit of these books, and yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's a bad thing to say, like it's exactly what I expected it to be, but obviously I wouldn't be reading the fifth book if that, like if it wasn't enjoyable, if it wasn't something that was just very fun and comfortable to kind of slide into. So anyway, all right, so that's the midweek update. I hope we don't have more snow. Oh my God, it's making me crazy. Anyway, and then I wanted to show you, so here's my my little pathetic page count. Now I haven't done today's, but yesterday I read 30 pages in Dickens. I finished Island of the Blue Dolphins, and I read 34 pages in An Act of Villainy. I kind of abbreviated the titles up here, but yeah, so I feel really good, and I kind of like keeping track of the page count, so that's sort of fun. So, all right, BookTube, I am gonna sign off for Wednesday, and I'll be back. Well, booktube, I made it to Thursday night, so hopefully I do have a few chores tonight as far as I gotta pay some bills. I just got done exercising, but man, I tell you what, reading has been really the only positive thing this week. But that's okay, we'll take that as a win, right? So I continue to move forward in Dombey and Son by Charles Dickens. I think I read 30 pages yesterday and then maybe another 20 pages today. So I'm kind of keeping that steady pace going. I am hoping to read more over the weekend in this one just because, you know, I could easily see having a day where suddenly I've only read like 4 pages. So I want to give myself a little bit of cushion because I still actually really think I can finish this mammoth by the end of March. I read more from Ashley Weaver's An Act of Villainy last night before I went to bed. In a very short amount of time, I managed to read 50 pages. So I have like about 75 pages or so to go. So if I could read another 50 pages in this before I go to sleep tonight, for sure on Friday, this one will be done. So I'm very excited about that. And over the weekend, in addition to reading Dombey and Son, I'm going to start my first book for the Irish Readathon. And that is the story of Lucy Galt by William Trevor. This was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. It's not very long, but I have a feeling William Trevor is, I don't want to say it's going to be dense, but it's definitely going to be, require more of my concentration and focus. So I'm really excited to start this. Although Jason told me it's really sad too. So, oh well. And now to close the video, I would love to hear about how your March reading is going. Are you on track? Are you behind in some areas, ahead in others? Or are you doing something completely different and blocking out all the readathons? I'd love to hear about what you're reading and enjoying lately. And then we should close with some footage of a sleepy cat. So, BookTube, thanks so much for this kind of non-traditional Friday reads. If you really enjoyed it, if you like this style, let me know, and I will think about whether or not I can do this once in a while. And I do sincerely hope that before long I'll be able to make more than one video in a week. But yeah, so BookTube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will let the wonderful cat close us out. All right, bye BookTube. There is a strange mound in the blankets on the bed. Should we see what beast is lying underneath? Hey, you're facing the wrong way for the camera. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going, Blue? Come here. Are you just a blankie baby? Yeah. You really don't want to look at the camera though, do you? No. All right, okay. Enough of that. Thanks for watching, guys.